What's up, guys? In today's video I'm going to show you what's the secret formula to achieve your dream physique, and you will see that it's nothing extremes. It's just all about one simple thing, what I'm going to explain what you have to do specifically. So as you can see, this is my current, this is my last year form when I was working in a 9 to 5 physically demanding job, so I could maintain this physique while I have a very busy schedule. So I also want to break down those limiting beliefs that you can't have a good physique and you can't maintain a very low, basically low single digit body fat while having a busy schedule. But yeah, it's not the main thing I wanted to talk you, but basically, as you can see, that was my starting point. When I first started lifting, I was around 6'2" and 145 pounds. It's like, I think 66 kilos and 185 centimeters, and in that picture I was like 193 centimeters and 93 kilos, and it's like 210 pounds and 6'4". So basically, as you can see, I have a very tall and very skinny foundation at first, but you can basically, I have as ectomorph body type. So most of you guys struggling with building muscle with a minimum of fat. So I've been there, I know what it feels like, but I just wanted to show you that there is always a solution for that, and it's not about like only just eating more calories and training harder, because if that would be the answer, you could just ask ChatGPT to build you a plan and that will be the solution. But I have to explain that it's all about a identity shift. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, when you are in a position like that where I was, for me, that helped me the most is I could always imagine myself as someone who already achieved a physique like this. So every time I looked in the mirror with a physique like this, I always see myself someone like this. And that will be the key, because you have to convince yourself, you have to basically brainwash yourself like you are already this person. Basically, I always see like myself as like David Lade when I first started, and that will be the key on your journey. So because most of you guys, okay, you have the training and nutrition plan, okay, but you will just fall off after a few weeks because you are not, in your mind, you are not the person who is believing yourself 100% you can achieve that physique, and that's why you fall off. Because just think about it, the reason I could maintain that is because I'm constantly operating from that state when I've been there, when I have the physique, and every time, and for me it felt like years of suffering, because for a long time I didn't see too much progress, because at first, of course, I didn't have the proven strategy, but because I saw myself as someone who has the physique, I was constantly looking for the solution. How can I improve no matter what the mirror shows at me? And that will be the key. Like if you have that image in yourself, in your mind, you won't give up no matter what life throws at your way, and no matter how much progress you made, because you are always focused on like, okay, but somehow I can achieve that because I'm that person. So that will be the key. That's what we do with my clients, basically. So I'm not just giving you a nutrition and training plan, okay, just do that and okay, let's talk later. It's all about like I will teach you how can you become that person who is capable of doing those things on his day-to-day basis, because that will be the most important thing, and that will be the most important in the long run, to not just to achieve the physique somehow, but you can maintain it for life. And I will be more specific about that, but you have to think of it like you are just a character in a game. So that's what I was thinking when I started. Like, okay, I have to found all of the things what I have to do on my day to day, and I just have to apply those things, and I will get there. So basically, okay, I have to focus on my nutrition. I have to focus on proper training and on my sleep. I have to cut out all of the bad habits. So you have to search all of the details, all of the characteristics. What would you have if you have the physique? So, and that's what I did. And basically, yeah, it depends on your goal, of course. But if you want to build a very basically top 1% physique, or you want to be in a very, very good shape, you have to focus on even on the small details, like so on your everyday. So that's what I did. Like I always counted my calories, every macro. So yeah, you have to be very specific about every details. But if you just want to be in general good shape, what I will show you my clients. So I want to show that like the more you put in, the more effort you put in, the more you get out at first. Of course, once you achieve a specific level with your physique, it's easier to maintain. So to achieve it always harder, but after a while you can you don't have to put the same effort after you achieve the specific level, but I will show you what I mean. But yeah, you can't make decisions based on who you are. So that's for me the most important. Like when I was skinny, I have to always think about like, okay, but the version of myself who has the physique, how would he act on the present moment? Like, okay, he would probably not procrastinate. He would probably not skip the gym. So basically you have to constantly focus on those daily actions, what he would take. So that's how can you become over time that character. And yeah, at first it will be hard because you have to sacrifice your old self, what you are currently right now, because yeah, the training to stick to a new plan, it will be very uncomfortable first, but that will be the price. That's what you have to ask yourself. Are you willing to pay that or no? Because if not, that's what I did myself. That's what I asked myself. Like, okay, I will just stay in the same place forever, and and yeah, of course, deep down I knew that I am capable of more. So that was my fuel to knowing that everything is up to me. So if I put the work, if I put the effort, and I found all of the things what it takes to get to that specific point, to get that physique, I just have to do those actions on my day-to-day basis, and I will get that. It's just the matter of time. So yeah, it will, yeah, and yeah, focus on what you can control. I mean, what I mean by that, in that period of time, I lost 13 kilos of fat in just 3 months while I was working a 9 to 5 physically demanding job. So if you go through my page on Instagram, you can see that like I'm always trying to share my experiences, what I did and how I did that. So I don't want to be I don't want to rob your time, so just go to my page and I will explain everything about that. How can you do that? But yeah, I just want to highlight that to basically no matter what other circumstances are, you can still overcome them if you have the right mindset. For example, in the other case, at that time I was working 12-hour night shifts as a receptionist, and I could still maintain a top 1% physique. And it all comes to your mindset, because yeah, at that time of course I was tired all the time because I could sleep I think 4 to 5 hours, but because my willingness, because of my way of thinking. I was always focused on, okay, but how can I still go to the gym regardless what the external factors are? And at the end of the day, that will make the difference. You will see that. So yeah, focus on what you can control. Like, yeah, focus on your mindset, because you are, like I said, you are just a character in your game. You are the, basically, you controlling your character. So if you let your circumstances dictate your actions, you will just get trapped by your reality. So that's why you have to do these kind of inner work, when you basically never blame your external factors, why you can make the change. Because most of you guys thinking like, okay, but I have a very busy schedule, how can I still make the gym as a priority, or how can I still make the progress I want? It's simply because you have to create those priorities and habits on your day-to-day basis that allows you to move closer to your goal despite everything. And it's never about like, you don't have to think like hours of workouts or strict diets, because it's all about just implementing. For me, it was like at that time 40 to 45 minutes workouts, the same, and a very basic nutrition. So it's most of you guys, this is just a limiting belief, like, but I will explain. Like, yeah, of course, implement all of the key habits, like I said. Turn off your emotions, just execute. What I mean by that, you can't rely on your feelings. You can't make decisions like, okay, but I'm tired, I can go to the gym, I'm exhausted, because that's what you have to recognize. Okay, it's just a feeling, it's just an emotion. And if you just rely on that, you were just always stuck in the same place, because you let your emotions, external factors affect you, and that's why you are stagnates on the place where you are right now. So you have to think of it like, okay, but the version of myself who has the physique would do it no matter what, and that will make the difference at the end of the day, as you can see. So for me, of course, it was uncomfortable to go to the gym after. Yeah, it was my shifts was like 12-hour night shifts. So I got home around 6 a.m. in the morning. I slept 4 to 5 hours. I made my meals, and I go to the gym, and after I have the shift again. So yeah, I could sleep more hours, and I would just skip the gym. But that's not that version of myself who has the physique. Because yeah, that will be the key to turn off your emotions. And yeah, it feels like, and it sounds like crazy, like, okay, but how can I turn off my emotions? Basically, you have to just think like logically, by logic. Okay, but if I skip, I won't get there. So you just have to decide like what's more important for you, like for your goals, or just to make excuses. Because at the end of the day, you can make excuses, but if you don't have the results you want, you just have to ask yourself, it's everything up to you. So you decided to make excuses rather than focusing on a solution. So yeah, but I don't want to be too detailed, because I made a video about about that, so you can watch that also. And I made a video about that, so you can watch all of these videos on my channel. So yeah, and I also wanted to mention, like, you don't need perfect nutritional training plan, because it's not. Yeah, it sounds like corny, but yeah, it's all about the consistency. But yeah, so if you can just do like 80%, like, yeah, I don't usually say that, but over time, of course, if you can do something, for example, like for 5 years with 80% effort, it will be way much more, and you will get more results than if you just do something like with 100% effort for 1 year. So of course, like, over time, it just stay long. You have to stay in the game. You have to just do the basic stuffs, like follow a sustainable nutrition and a workout protocol. So it's never about, okay, yeah, for me, I was when I was working there and there, of course, my all of my calories and macros was calculated, because yeah, that will be the best, that will bring you the best results. But if you want to be just in a general good shape, you don't have to be 100% strict. It was just me, because I wanted to always be the best version of myself, always wanted to push my limits. But what we do with my clients, of course, we just build a sustainable habits, what you can sustain for life. So it's never about extremes. And if you want, we can do in that way. But if you just want to be in general good shape, you don't need to be everything perfect. And for example, like Michael, who gained 9 kilos of muscle in 3 months after his surgery while having 2 jobs. But you can watch all of my clients on my Instagram, because I will be more I'm more detailed about their stories on there. For example, Renato, who lost 50 kilos of fat in just a year while working 12-hour shifts, or Szabolcs, who lost 13 kilos of fat in just 6 months while working as a driving instructor, or Andrea, who lost 13 kilos of fat in just 3 months while working 12-hour shifts, or Mate, who gained 15 kilos in a year, or Lilla, who lost 14 kilos in 4 months while working full-time despite thyroid condition problems. But yeah, I don't or basically Florian, who lost 10 kilos in 10 weeks, or Mate, who lost 15 kilos in 4 months. So guys, as you can see, I don't want to rob your time with this, because you can see all of that on my Instagram. But guys, as you can see, all of my clients who I work with, they all have busy full-time jobs, or they have similar body type like me, skinny, skinny to jagged, or basically endomorph, and we lost a lot of fat. So it's never about having the perfect conditions to start, because there are another limiting beliefs that holding you back. That's why it's so important to change your mindset, remove self-limiting beliefs. I mean, like, most of you guys thinks you need the perfect conditions to start. When you have this, when you have more time, when you have less distraction, when you have less responsibility, you can start. But I have to tell you something. That will never happen. So you won't have more time. You will never have more time. You will never have less responsibility. It's all about creating that lifestyle that helps you to move closer to your goal, regardless what's happening outside. And that's what we do with all of my clients. So, because most of you guys I'm talking on my DMs, on my messages, is like you say, like, currently I don't have time for the gym. Currently I can make the change because of this, because of that. But guys, I'm always sharing my stories. I'm always sharing my clients who did that. What you think it's impossible, and it's like I said, it's about for my clients, it's about like 40 to 45 minutes workouts, 20 to 25 minutes to make your meals in a day. So basically 1 hour from your day to completely change your life for the better, to regain your confidence, to improve your health, to build muscle, to lose fat, to be the best version of yourself. 1 hour from your day. So if everybody has 24 hours from their day. So if you don't have 1 hour to make your meals, to go to the gym, you don't need more time. You just need better priorities. You need to structure your day better. So I'm not here to judge you, of course, but you just have to think like, okay, but if other people can achieve what you want, probably it's because they are not different than you. They are just have the right structure and priorities. And of course, I'm always focusing to deliver the best results. So I'm not just giving you the nutrition and training plan. I'm really focusing on to you achieve what you want, and that's why I always focusing on the weekly calls when we discuss how's your week went, what we should change for the next week to you can continuously make the progress without guessing. So you won't left with just a random nutrition and training plan. I will be there on your journey, and I will give you the instructions what you have to implement to basically achieve the goals you want. So guys, I can't really say no more. If you have any questions about my program, how does it look like, just feel free to ask me in the comments, or feel free to reach me out on Instagram. I will be there to help you out. And yeah, see you in the next video, and God bless you.